Hey, welcome back to the channel, my people. If you're new here, was JY. Get subscribed, hit that bell, because we do this every single day. I recap, you relax, and together we survive whatever chaos Okembini throws at us. And today, my friends, today's episode of Homecoming is a lot. I actually had to pause halfway through, walk to my kitchen, get a glass of water, and just process. So let's get into it, because we left off with Vusi's big event, the one that was going so well, and we just knew, it wasn't going to end well. And guess what? It didn't. Let's go scene by scene, because you do not want to miss a single beat of this one. Scene 1, the morning after. Okay, so we open, not at the party, not yet. We open the next morning, and the vibe is already off. You know that aftermath energy? Where the lighting is a little dimmer, nobody's making eye contact, somebody's sweeping up broken glass in the background. That's exactly what we get. Kothazile is up before everyone else, and honestly, bless her, she is still trying to hold this family together with her bare hands. She's in the kitchen, and you can see she hasn't slept. This woman has been carrying the entire Kubika Longwen universe on her back for weeks now, and it is starting to show. She gets a knock at the door, and I swear my stomach dropped a little, because in this show, an early morning knock is never good news. It's Nurse Thando. And she's not there for tea and gossip, she's there with a face that says something happened. Can we just talk about Nurse Thando for a second? I go back and forth on her every single week. Sometimes I'm rooting for her, sometimes I want to yell at the screen. Today I was rooting for her, because she comes in gentle, she comes in careful with Kothazile, and she tells her that what happened at Vusi's event last night has already spread. Like, community-wide. People are talking. And you already know in a village like Okembini, that's basically the news breaking on national television. Kothazile's face just falls. My heart genuinely broke a little for her here. Scene 2, Shobane's spiral continues. Now we cut to Shobane. Oh, Shobane. If you've been watching this arc, you know he has been unraveling for weeks, ever since Sifiso's death and everything that came crashing down after. And today, we see just how deep that spiral has gone. He's alone, and he's clearly replaying the events of the party over and over. I want to say something here, and I mean this with love. I think this is some of the best acting we've gotten from this character all season. There's this scene where he's just staring at nothing, and you can see the guilt eating him alive. Because remember, a lot of what went wrong at Vusi's event traces straight back to decisions Shobane made. The corruption stuff. The stuff with the captain. It's all connecting now, and Shobane knows it. He gets a visit, and okay, I did not expect this, Constable Dlamini shows up at his door. Not in uniform. Off duty. And the tension in the scene. Chef's kiss. Dlamini basically tells him, I know what you did. I know what you didn't report. And I'm done protecting people who won't protect themselves. Y'all, I actually gasped. Because for weeks Dlamini has been playing it so careful, so by the book, trying not to pick a side between Shobane and the captain. This is the first time we've seen him draw a hard line. And Shobane, instead of getting defensive, which is what I expected, he just breaks down. He admits, quietly, that he's been drowning, that he doesn't know how to fix what he broke. And listen, I have not liked Shobane for a while now if I'm honest with you, but this scene made me feel something for him again. That's good writing. That's a good actor. Scene 3, Mankobo behind bars. Okay, we need to talk about Mankobo, because her storyline right now is brutal to watch, in the best way, the way that keeps you glued to the screen. We cut to the holding cells, and Mankobo is sitting there, and it's been days now since her arrest, and the reality of it all is clearly setting in. Remember, She went in expecting Shobane to swoop in and save her, and instead he showed up with news that basically demolished her entire world. Today, we get a visitor scene, and I was bracing myself for Shobane to come back and finish that gut punch from before, but it's not him. It's Norage. And oh my word, the tension in this scene. Norage and Mzansi have history, we all know that, those buried feelings that keep almost but not quite surfacing. And here he is, showing up for her when the man who's supposed to be her husband didn't. She's trying to keep her composure, being all I don't need your pity, but you can see it cracking. Norage tells her he's going to help her, quietly, carefully. He's already been digging into the case against her, and he's found something that doesn't add up. Something about how quickly the charges were filed, how convenient the timing was. Can you believe this? I was not expecting a was she set up angle to drop today, but here we are, and now my brain is doing overtime trying to figure out who benefits from Mzansi being locked away. Is it Shobane? Is it someone connected to the captain's corruption web? I have theories, and I'll get to them at the end, don't worry. Scene 4, Zethu tries to move forward. We shift over to Zethu now, and honestly, this woman deserves a vacation after everything she's been through this season, the wedding that fell apart, walking away from Shobane at the altar, everything with Sifiso before that. Today we find her trying to put together some semblance of a normal life. She's at the clinic, she's working, she's keeping her head down. But of course, this show is not going to let her have 5 peaceful minutes, because who walks in? Shobane. Fresh off that emotional gut punch scene with Dlamini, he comes looking for her. This conversation is so awkward and so real, in a way I actually appreciated. He's not trying to win her back with some big grand gesture, he's just trying to apologize, plainly, for the mess he's made, for how he handled things. And Zethu, I love this about her character, she doesn't let him off easy. She tells him, essentially, that she's tired of being everyone's unfinished business. That line hit hard. I actually rewound it. I'm tired of being everyone's unfinished business. If that's not a whole mood for anyone who's ever been strung along, I don't know what is. Shobane doesn't push. He just nods, and he leaves. And the way Zethu just stands there afterward, staring at nothing. You can tell she's not as unaffected as she wants to seem. Scene 5, the captain makes his move. Now here's where the episode really ramps up, because we cut to the captain, and if you've been following the corruption storyline, you know this man has been playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. He gets word that Dlamini confronted Shobane, and instead of panicking, he does something ice cold, he starts covering his tracks. We see him meeting with someone in a car, face mostly hidden, very shady lighting, very I watch too many crime dramas but I love it energy, and he's clearly making arrangements to shift blame before this whole thing blows up in his face. And here's the twist that got me sitting straight up in my chair, it sounds like he's planning to pin everything, all of it, on Shobane. Using Shobane's guilt, his spiral, his public unraveling, as the perfect scapegoat. Honestly, diabolical. But also, kind of brilliant from a this man is a great villain perspective. I love to hate him. Truly one of the better antagonists this show has given us in a while. Scene 6, VUSI picks up the pieces. We check back in on Vusi, whose big event is now, unfortunately, the talk of the whole village for all the wrong reasons. He's going around trying to salvage relationships, trying to figure out how much damage was actually done. There's a really tender little moment between him and Kotazael where she reassures him that it's not his fault everything fell apart, but you can tell he doesn't believe that yet. This felt like a quieter, breather scene after all the intensity, and honestly, the show needed it. Even I needed it, and I'm just watching. Scene 7, the cliffhanger. Okay. Here's where it all comes together, and here's why you need to come back tomorrow, no excuses. In the final minutes of the episode, we cut back to Shobane, alone again, spiraling again, and he gets a phone call. We don't hear who it is. We just see his face change. Slowly. From confusion, to shock, to something that looks a whole lot like fear. And the episode ends there. No dialogue. Just his face, and the screen fading to black. I actually yelled at my TV. Like, out loud. Who called him? Is it the captain, setting his frame job in motion? Is it something to do with Mwankobo's case, and Garage's discovery about the convenient timing? Or, and this is my wildest theory, is this connected to Sifiso somehow, something that was left unresolved from his death that's about to resurface? This show loves to drag old secrets back from the grave, so I would not put it past them. My predictions for next episode. Alright, let's get into my predictions, because you know I can't end a recap without giving you my theories. Number 1, I think that mystery phone call is going to connect directly to the captain's cover-up plan, and I think we're about to watch him try to frame Shobane in real time, and the question is whether Dlamini, now that he's finally taken a side, catches it before it's too late. Number 2, I think Garage's digging into Mwankobo's case is going to expose something bigger than just her. I would not be shocked if it loops back to Shwabi somehow, because that man has been way too calm about his wife being in a cell. And number 3, the one I'm most nervous about, I think Zethu and Shobane are not done. That unfinished business line. I think that's foreshadowing, not closure. Call it a hunch. OUTRO. Okay, that's the recap for today, my loves. What a ride, right? If you were watching along with me, drop a comment below and tell me, who do you think called Shobane at the end? I need to know your theories, because I am genuinely stressed. If this video helped you catch up, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss a recap, because trust me, tomorrow's episode is going to be unmissable after that cliffhanger. As always, thank you for hanging out with me, thank you for being part of this little community we've built here, and I will see you right back here tomorrow for the next episode of Homecoming. Until then, stay safe, stay dramatic, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.